more.
I'm a motion baller.
I'm a motion baller.
I'm a motion baller.
And together,
We're part of something
Much bigger.
We're community leaders.
We educate
We integrate.
and we celebrate those
with intellectual disabilities.
Through the power
Of sport.
Well, Motion Ball's annual Marathon of Sport will look a little different this year as it goes virtual. It brings together 50,000 Canadian Special Olympic athletes across Canada, and this year will also include 20 high-profile celebrities who will take part in challenging you at home. Joining us to tell us more is the host of the virtual broadcast, five-time Olympic medalist, Tessa. Thanks for joining us, Tessa.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
You know, I'm so used to seeing you in person here in studio, and I know, like so many, you've been obviously home during the pandemic. So tell me a little bit about what that's been like for you.
I mean, like everyone, it's been a strange and honestly frightening time, hasn't it? But I'm staying busy trying to find purpose in each of my days. I just started school doing my MBA, so that's keeping me very busy. And work is starting to pick up. So just finding pleasure in the little moments. I think you can probably attest to this too. If nothing else, it's really taught so many of us that it doesn't take much to feel happy, appreciated, loved, grateful, and I think maybe we all needed that reminder.
Yeah, and that's one of the reasons why I always ask how everybody's doing. One, because I know it's difficult, but two, I always like to sort of draw upon, the lessons you've learned so I can remind myself as well of some of the things that we should be grateful for. Speaking of giving back, I know that's something you've been doing with Motion Ball for many years. For people who are not familiar, tell them a little bit more about what they do.
Motion Ball was founded in 2002, and it's an incredible organization that empowers young leaders across Canada and raises much-needed funds and awareness for Special Olympics. And they do so through these really interesting integrated social and sporting events. So you're in for a treat this Saturday, let me tell you.
So let me ask you about that. So Marathon of Sport, it's been going on for many years. I believe this is 18th year, but it's going virtual, so it's going to look a little different this year. You're hosting it. You're inviting your friends. Tell us what it's going to look like.
Well, due to COVID, Motion Ball has had to cancel around 50 events across Canada. And like so many other fundraising events, they've really had to adapt. And we're taking things virtual, so everyone can join in. The family can get even bigger, which is so exciting to me. And it's going to be an hour-long, fun-filled event with some challenges. We're going to get to see some of our favorite athletes and celebrities participate. We want to get the whole family involved, and there might even be some choreography. So I'll just leave it at that.
Oh, okay. Well, I like that. Is that coming from you?
Maybe.
Oh, that's a good tease. I should also mention that when people register, that's free to do to be able to take part, but there's also the fundraising part. And you mentioned with so many of the events being canceled, they really do rely on these fundraising dollars. So tell everybody a little bit more about the goal.
Well, the objective is to raise $1 million, and these are such needed and necessary funds for the Special Olympics Canada Foundation for our athletes. And it's been wonderful to watch the athletes stay connected through Motion Ball. They've been connecting on video chats weekly, almost, all these athletes across Canada. And I have to say, I was able to join in one day, and they always end with this huge dance party. Paul Etherington, one of the founders of Motion Ball, gets a DJ, and there's a dance party, and it's so much fun. But it just made me realize that it's also the engagement. I mean, there are so many ways we can commit and contribute to this movement. Of course, financially, that really helps. But if people can just tune in this Saturday, feel like they're part of the community in this network, and stay engaged, that means so much to these athletes, and it makes such a big difference.
Yeah, that's a really good point. And I have actually watched some of those dance parties. They look like a lot of fun.
So fun.
So fun. So we should encourage people actually to go to Motion Ball's socials because you can check out some of that. But also on September 26th, 1 o'clock is when we're going to see the live stream of this virtual event, Marathon of Sport, and that's where you can catch Tessa hosting as well. So make sure you tune in. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me. Can't wait for Saturday.
Yes. Okay. Good luck and stay safe.
Thank you. You too.
Just a reminder, you can register. This is at motionball.com/marathon of sport. Thank you so much for watching CP24 Breakfast. We, of course, will be back tomorrow, but coming up at 9 o'clock, we'll get you up to date. We'll get your news headlines, weather, and traffic.